Hiya, welcome back to my channel. Today is Monday, September 27th, and I'm back for another Flosstube update. I was going to wait until October 1st to do this update, because I wanted to just go ahead and finish out Sampler September, but I already have a ton of projects to show you, and I need to get them cleared off of my table because it's full. So I thought I would just go ahead and show you what I got. And the last project, I've already pulled up my last project for the month. I'm going to work on it for the last 4 days. And I'm just going to show you that with my next update. So I have a lot to show you as far as whips go. I have a little bit of haul. I do have some haul. I did go to Joann, but funny enough, I didn't get any stitching stuff. But I also did go to the stitching frame. However, I was thinking they didn't close until later in the day, so by the time I got there, it was like 5 minutes till close. And I didn't want to keep them too long, so I just kind of quickly skimmed the store and picked out a pattern and some fabric. So, but I'm going to show you that later. So, as far as whips go, we're just going to go ahead and jump into everything. I'm sorry my video was so long last time. I had no idea it was going to be that long. Oh, I did finally get around to trying the, this brush straightener that I had gotten at Target, a month ago. If you watched my Target haul, I'm pretty sure it was the last one and only, or the last Target haul on my channel. I don't know. But I had gotten a straightening brush. It's a heat straightener, but it's a brush. Finally got around to trying that. I think it worked pretty good. I like this side of my hair better than this side. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. So anyway, what I was saying about the whips. If you remember in my last updates, I have been trying to do the acrostic. And basically whatever my project is that comes up, that gets pulled from my Tiny Decisions wheel. Whatever gets pulled, I've been fitting it into one of these letters. So I'm just going to go through it. I'm going to try to go in order, if I can. As much in order of it as I can. So, so my last video I think was on the 13th. So, that day, the 13th through the 15th, I actually worked on a project. Did I pull this out? Hold on, Nope, okay. I try to keep things in order on my table up here. Like the first thing that I worked on after my last video is at the back, and then as I work on things, I put them in front of that. So the last thing, well, let me rewind. The project that I worked on following my last update, I was stitching it from the 101 Best Love Designs from Cross Stitching Country Crafts. This design is in here, but the printing makes it very difficult to make out colors, which color you're supposed to use. And it's like that with all of them, well, with most of them, especially when it comes to back stitching. Where is it? Where did it go? I was trying to see if I could find it for you guys. Can I find it? Probably not. I don't know. It's like that with a lot of these patterns that's in here. Anyway, the printing, the way the colors are printed in this book, there are some charts. It's a little bit more difficult to read because you can't tell what the colors are. And I already knew, like I discovered some time ago, that you can get that pattern, you can get this pattern on the Kooler Designs website. So what did I do? I just went ahead and purchased the PDF and printed it out. So this is the Dutch sampler by Sandy. It's by Sandy Orton, Kooler Designs. So I went ahead and purchased it, and I'm glad I did, because the PDF, I'm just going to show you a piece of it. The PDF uses much different coloring and a much different method of charting than the one in the book does. Much easier, much easier. So, so I did that. That's part of my haul, but I did purchase that. And not only did I purchase the PDF pattern, I also actually restarted it as well, because I'm going to show you what I got done, and y'all are probably going to tell me I'm crazy, but I didn't realize when I started this that it had these Algerian eyelets. It's like a half alphabet. It's all Algerian eyelets, and on top of the coloring in the pattern in the book being incredibly difficult to make out what exact color I'm supposed to be using, it's hard to do Algerian eyelets on Ada. So this is, let me show you the piece that I had, this is the original. This is where I originally did. The only thing different on here that is on here now is I did finish the other half of that H right there. But here's the thing. I had stitched the D over here. It's the same color as this. At least I thought it was the same color. I had stitched the D over here. But when I completely finished it, I had all of these Algerian eyelets done. And let me give you a, it's going to be hard to see, but that D, see that D? All those blocks that you see, those are Algerian eyelets. I had that whole D completed, and when I went to go do the back stitching that's around it, it's technically a double running stitch. When I went to do the stitching around the outside of it, like these letters have, I realized that instead of being 2 stitches apart, instead of being 3 stitches apart, as far as the actual eyelets are, I was 2 stitches apart. So the stitching, so that running stitch that's around the outside edge, it was actually going to meet up with this. I was so mad about throwing the towel. I had to rip that entire letter out. And you know how hard it is to rip out Algerian eyelets? So, and I kept telling myself, I'm like, I hate to throw all this progress away. I really do. Because I love looking at it. And I like the sampler. But I made the biggest mistake when I chose to do this on Ada. And just, I never want to work on it. As much as I love it, I never want to work on it. Because of those Algerian eyelets on Ada. And that was the only thing stopping me. Like, I know I could have worked on other things on the sampler. I know I could have, like, just gone up and started on the other alphabets. But it was because of that one row of letters, I never wanted to work on it. So, I said, you know what, I'm just going to restart this. And I'm going to restart it on a piece of linen or even weave or something. I went looking through my stash to see what I had. Oops. I'm still going to be using the same DMC. And this is an antique white. It's the Zweigart antique white 28 count. Yes, I put the thing in there. So, my restart on this. So this is my restart. I like that. That's really pretty. So, I do have my window curtains open, so hopefully the light will be good. So, I really love this. I do. I like it so much better. And there's some Algerian islets for you. Right there. Yep. There's some Algerian islets. This big one right here actually did give me a little bit of a fit. But I do love that so much better. And it's a lot easier to work on too. So, it is going to be a little bit bigger than the size that it would have been on my original start, but it'll be easier to work on. So, now, does that mean I'll get around to actually working on it more often? We'll see. Probably not, but we'll see. So that was what I worked on from the 13th through the 15th. I'm having to consult my paper. That was the 13th through the 15th. It was only supposed to be 2 days, but I gave myself an extra day on it because the original start gave me such fit. So I did give myself an extra day on that. And that was for the B for boat in the acrostic, because there's a big boat on it. So that was that first one. And then the 16th through the 20th, I pulled out the historic countries. Come on now. It doesn't want you open. I did pull out the historic countries cell. And you should be seeing a picture here of what this first part looks like. One of these days, I am going to print out what the whole thing looks like, because I don't want to do that to y'all anymore. Because it's just taking me such a long time to work on this. I am going to insert also what my last progress looked like when you saw it last. So this is a big piece of fabric. It's a huge piece of fabric. This is believe it or not, this is actually a 40 count. It's a 40 count heritage. I don't think I wrote it down, did I? Legacy, maybe? It's a 40 count picture that's plus something or other. Anyway. Anywho, this is what my progress looks like on it right now. Definitely a big change. I did attempt. Now, my goal on this, my goal on the Dutch sampler was restart it and to do 100 stitches. I actually did more than that. I think I managed 151 stitches. Anyway, my original goal on this was to try to knock out at least one of the specialty stitch blocks that's underneath the the deer here. I did attempt one. I did attempt the first one, and it's actually a queen stitch on 40 count. It doesn't look so great. I saved one of the stitches so you could see what my conundrum is here. Get it up close enough. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, it looks like crap. It looks like crap. The sampler was originally meant to be done on like a 28 or a 32 count. But doing it on 40 count, this stitch, it just doesn't lay the same as if I were to do it on a bigger count fabric. So this is only one set of the blocks. The pattern that's under here is like, this is 4 queen stitches here. The pattern that's under here is sets of 4 queen stitches in different colors, like it alternates. If I could show you, I would, but I can't show you without showing you the pattern. But it doesn't look good. And maybe somebody out there can help me what I can replace it with. But that queen stitch is not going to work. I don't know. But I did manage to finish this back stitch. This is basically just back stitch here. And then I finished these 5 motifs here. So that's where my progress is on this. I still got a lot to go. But if y'all have any ideas about what kind of stitch I can do, please let me know. Specifically something that has like a diamond, 4-sided diamond shape maybe. I thought about satin stitch, but I don't know. Like satin stitch with one thread. But like I said, I don't know. I think there's already satin stitch on here. That's not it. Where is my instructions? Let's see. Queen stitch, section B is pulled out. Section B, which is another one of the specialty stitch blocks. Section B is pulled Algerian eyelet. C is double running stitch. That's the one that I stitched, was the double running stitch, also known as back stitch. D is rice stitch, and E is work in zigzag running stitch. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Right off the bat, I'm thinking a satin stitch, but if you have any other ideas what I might could put there that would work over 2 on a 40 count, let me know, because I'm lost. Oh, and I did find, I went to go pull out some of the, I went to go pull out a color of floss and realized that I had the specialty color. See if I can find it here. So what that queen stitch is actually in General Arts Deep Sea. I'm trying to remember what the other color is. I don't remember what the other color is. But I did realize that in the time that has gone by since I started this pattern, I've actually accumulated quite a number of the called for dinky dye silks. So I'm going to use those where I can, including that gray that you saw. What I had stitched is actually in dinky dyes charcoal. I think my charcoal was a little bit lighter than the one that they used, because their charting for that was dinky dyes charcoal or $37.99. I think $37.99. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be $37.99. And if you look at the picture of the model stitch, it does look a lot darker. Oh, goodness gracious. Dinky Dyes charcoal or General Art soot or $37.99. Yeah. But I did it in the charcoal that I have, which is probably something closer to like $4.15, $4.14. I don't know, something like that. I may have to get another skein of it, and it does recommend getting 2 skeins. But I'll have to look and see when I get a little bit closer to the end of my skein. So that was, sorry, this keeps falling. So that was what the next thing that I worked on. That was another one that I kind of, the first day I didn't really work on it that much because I tried to do the stitch and I was having the hardest time with it. So I just kind of gave up on it for that day. And then when I went back to it the second day, I think, or even the third day, I was just, I was a little disappointed that I couldn't do that stitch. So then my focus became to work on the motifs, all those motifs in that gray color. And then once I got those done, then I went ahead and did the that center stitch thing. So that was that. The next thing I worked on, oh, that was, I lost it. Where'd it go? Oh, that was for the E in cotton fiber. E for England, which is, there is an English part. The sampler itself, there's what it is each part is it's like a sampling of needlework styles from different countries. The part that I've been working on for forever has been Germany, and there is an English section from England. I just haven't gotten to it yet. So that was for E for England in cotton fiber. Then the next thing I worked on was one I'm sure that Cheryl will appreciate. Recognize this project bag, Cheryl? I'm not going to take it out. That is With the Needle by Bygone Stitches. Sorry. With the Needle by Lila Studio. Sorry. So I did manage to, this got chosen by my Tiny Decisions wheel. And I worked on this for 2 days, on the 21st and the 22nd. And this was for one of the O's in cotton. O for ocean, because there is a piece of ocean. And my goal on it was to finish that main blue part, this main light blue part in the ocean. And I did that. So, you should have already seen what my beginning was. So this is where it's at right now. I did manage to get a lot done. Sorry, I will show you the whole thing. So, starting to look good. Starting to look really good. So, I did do in the dark, in the whale there. That is one floss. I'm having to like double check and make sure I just did the one floss. That's not more than one color. That's the one floss. So that's, yeah, loving this. Love this so much. So that is my progress on that. And this is a 40 count pecan butter by Lakeside Linens. So I'm wanting to tell y'all right now, for some reason, I would pull when I would pull whatever project it was that I was going to start working on the next thing I was going to work on. For some reason, my wheel that has the number of days on it, for some reason it was either pulling the number 5 or the number 2. So some projects got 5 days on it, and then other projects got 2 days on them. And toward the end, I was just kind of like, if it pulled 2 days, I'm like, let me spin again and see what else comes up other than 2. And it pulled 1 day. So I'm like, I'll just stick with the 2, you know. That's why I'm kind of at this point, I'm kind of just, this last project that I'm going to be working on for these next 4 days, I'm just going to work on it for the next 4 days. So, like I said, that was for the 21st and the 22nd. And the 23rd and 24th, another 2-day pull. It's selected. I think I just started this one in March, if I'm not mistaken. It's selected Mr. and Mrs. Quaker by Jardin Prive. And I'm doing it in my own colors. And they are in Moselle Silks. I'm doing it in this gorgeous purple, which is in a rat's nest right now that I need to figure out. And this bluish, like cobalt blue. It's gorgeous. So you should be seeing my progress on it last time, if I have a picture of it. May or may not have a picture of it, I don't know. And I'm doing this on a piece of 16 count Aida that I dyed myself. Right. Yeah. 16 count Aida I dyed myself. And that's this how far it is. If you saw no picture, the last time I worked on this, I had all this ABC up here done, and then I had the purple in this little line right here done, but I didn't have the blue in it. So when I stitched on it those 2 days, I did this line of alphabet and this wavy purple line, and then I started in with the blue in those leaves, and then these right here. So that's how far I got on it. Starting to look good. It's another one that's starting to look really good. Sometimes when you first start something, it looks a little funny. Like there's something about it that's just not right. But then the more you get stitched on it, then it starts looking really good. So this is a long piece. Yeah. And I dyed it with like a tan Rit and then a purple Rit. And so the letter that I have this for under my acrostic is a T, right? Let me make sure. No, I have this under French, because I believe Jardin Prive is a French company. So a lot of her designs have like French names. Because technically, Mr. and Mrs. Quaker is Mr. It's the Mr. et Madame Quaker. So I think she's French, so that's what I put. So that is on that, and I did say that I'm stitching that on with 2 strands of silk on 1 block of 16 count Aida. And that was that. Like I said, that one was the 23rd and 24th. And this past weekend, on the 25th and 26th, I pulled out, well, my wheel spun another thing that I just started earlier this year, and that is Fire and Ice by Ship's Manor. I'm stitching this on a 32 count platinum by Weeks Dye Works. I am using the Call for Valdani flosses, and this is where it's at now. How gorgeous that is. That is absolutely gorgeous. So, obviously, if you've seen the before and after photo, I finished these little curly cues around the sides of this motif. There's a few stitches on the inside right there that I did, and then I did this motif, and then these 2 motifs down here. And in the spirit of being transparent, I actually did finish up this motif and then the red circle around this motif this morning. So, because by the time I was doing these 2 motifs here, it was just so late last night. And I did get most of them finished. I just had this one little tan leg of this one to do. And then I finished off with this red thread right here. This one and this around the outside edge right here is the same floss. So, and it does, if you use the Valdani threads, it does give the impression that there are many colors being used. So that is where that's at right now. Love that. I'm gonna like move across so that you start getting the effect of the dark and the light. No, you don't. It's trying to slip off on me here. So. So that is the last of the existing whips that I worked on. I did go ahead and start the Shannon Christine ornament. This is it's part of her Christmas Club 2021. Runs 4 months. You get 2 ornaments each month. So this is actually the ones that we got at the beginning of September. So this is the first release. And I did start it. I'm going to try to go ahead and finish this. So that's in the H in ho ho ho. So, and this is just on it's a 32 count. It was white, an even weave that I dyed. So that, as you can see, I've got it on a little hoop. This will probably be the extent of the size that I need for this. Probably. So I'm just keeping it in there like that. So, in case you're wondering, I have that under C for Christine, for Shannon Christine. So I only have one letter left, and that's the N. I'm gonna have to figure out how I can connect this next project with that N. We'll see. However, I don't think that I'm going to make my goal on this last thing right here, because in the last 2 weeks I have not picked up my daily 30 at all. Because what it is I've been trying to get as much progress as I can on the samplers that gets pulled. So even working on 30 minutes a day on this other project, that's taking time away from time that I could be spending on my sampler. So I haven't even picked it up. And I feel guilty about that. I do feel guilty. So hopefully in October, fingers crossed, hopefully in October, I will be able to start working on it again. So I'll go ahead and show you, the project that I'm going to be working on for the next 4 days. And it's a project that really does need some attention. And that is Susanna Rambo. This was a 3-part release in just cross stitch. Hold on, give me a second and I will tell you which ones. Part 1 was released in the February 2017 just cross stitch. So I think part 2 was in April 2017 and part 3 was in June 2017. Because they're released like bi-monthly almost. So, should I show you what my progress is on it right now? I would show you. I am doing this on a 28 count MCG even weave. That's my progress on it right now. That's where it's at right now. So next time you see it, there will be more progress. And it's gonna be a big sampler. Part of me kind of wants to restart it so it's not so big, but I'm not gonna do that. But that's gonna be my next start, and all the rest of these need to be cleaned up. Except for you, Shannon, Christine. So the rest of these are gonna get put back in on my shelf. So that's all the progress on all the whips that I've worked on these last couple of weeks. As far as haul, I did get in my fabric of the month. My fabric of the month subscription from Needlecraft Corner, where I get a subscription for Fabrics by Stephanie, and they sent some freebie patterns, as they always do. Nutkin Mitten by the Cricket Collection. This one is kind of pretty. I bet this would be really pretty stitched up. Memorial Sampler. A Memorial Sampler by Hillside Samplings. Happy Fall, Y'all, by Faithworks. In Memory from Tink Board Dill. This is that same designer that I got the acorn one. It's like a fall leaves. It has like acorns in the diamond shaped. So yeah, in memory of 9/11, and then that's all the freebies they sent. So I know y'all are anxious to see what I got from Needlecraft Corner. Oh goodness, excuse me. They also sent a little freebie. They always, with every order, they'll send like a little special thing. And this one was just, what would you use this for? I don't know, what would you use that for? They sent that. I think they've sent one of those before. This month, it is Caramel Macchiato from Fabrics by Stephanie. And I get a 36 count linen, quarter yard. So this is Caramel Macchiato. Really pretty. That's a good color. Kind of a golden tan with sprinklings of what looks to be like a dark gray or a green. It's not coming up on camera, I don't think. Anyway, that's what I got from Needlecraft Corner. I'm not gonna put this back in there. So, sorry, I'm just trying to get all this back together. And then I also got a tote bag. This is going to be for something, a project that I actually worked on prior to my last update. I'm trying not for you to see it. And I got this from Stitch Toolbox on Etsy. I will link her shop down below. She sent a couple of nice little stitch cards with it. And a mint blend herbal tea packet. So, what did I get? I got me a project bag. Can you guess which new start? That's your hint. It was a new start in my last video. Can you guess which new start this is going to be for? Yep. It's going to be for One Nation. And then, there's this beautiful, delicate little zipper pull on it. Isn't that cute? I think it's cute. It says camp. It says camp. Come on now. Anyway, that's what it says. It says camp. So I got that, and I'm gonna go and get I'm going to go get One Nation, and I'm going to put it in that. I'm going to transfer it from the little envelope that it's in and put it in that. And so finally, I did go to the Stitch and Frame this past weekend. And like I had mentioned, for some reason, I was thinking that they stay open until 4:30 on Saturdays, like they do during the week. But they close at 3 o'clock on Saturdays. So by the time I got there, it was like 5 minutes till 3. And there was a couple other people that were about to leave anyway. And so I very quickly just kind of scanned around the store at the racks. And I said, well, I'm going to go check out the fabrics. I'm sure I'll find something in the fabrics. And I did. So I literally spent all of 15 minutes. And spent, what was my total? Like $160, $170 in 15 minutes. It can happen. Anyway, I was looking through the patterns and wasn't really seeing anything that I just needed to have. And then I remembered a pattern that I saw on my way out last time. Or last time I was in there, I saw it. But by that time, I already had like a good bit of stuff, and I was like, I'll remember it. Either I'll order it online later, or I'll come back and get it here next time. But I remembered that pattern, and I went over to where it was the last time I saw it, and it was still there. So I picked it up. And this is by Jean Ferris Needleworks. It's the Deer and the Grapes. I just thought this was really pretty. So I got that. Takes a lot of colors. You can use either DMC or Cosmo. Obviously, I'm probably going to be using DMC. Yeah. So yeah, I just thought that was really pretty. So I picked that up. And then I went ahead and picked some fabrics up. I got a piece of old stationery, 40 count old stationery from Seraphim. Most of the fabrics I got was actually from Seraphim. So picked that up, and that's actually a back quarter, I think. It's a back quarter. So I got that one. And then I got a 32 count Haunted by Seraphim. This is another back quarter. And like this like little corner over here, there's not much of the dark gray on it, but so I picked that up. And when I was checking out, Letty was telling me that, or she was mentioning to somebody else about the fabric. She's like, it's been going really quickly. A lot of people like it because it's a good substitute for Murky. Pictures Plus Murky, and I think another one that's similar. So got that one. And then I ended up getting a fat half of this one because it was in the shelving as a fat half, and I didn't really feel like having to have them cut it down. So another Seraphim fabric I got was a 40 count Winter White. So it's a really good light neutral, I think. So, yeah, just a really good light neutral. Perfect for a lot of things. And there is modeling in it, but you can barely see it. I don't know if it's going to come across, but there is a little bit of modeling, but it's barely noticeable. So got that. And when I went up to the checkout, I got this bag. This was the last one they had. And I think people are stitching on these, but I don't think I want to stitch anything on it. So I got that. perfect bag for something. And then I went ahead and picked up another pack of 26 bow-end needles, because that's just what I use. I was actually looking, possibly getting one of the other brands, because they do have the John James and the Peacemaker ones. But I was just like, I was already at checkout, and I was checking out, and I just didn't want to like hold the lady up any more than I was already doing by just being in there after closing. So I just went ahead and got my tried and true bow-end needles. So, and they just put everything in this bag instead of trying to put the bag in another of their paper bags. They just put everything in this bag. So that's it. That is everything that I have to show. I did go to Joann's, like I said, and I ended up getting some decorational things, because they have their Halloween stuff 50 and 60% off, even though we're not even into October just yet. But their Halloween decor was already marked down on sale. So I picked up a few things, and if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen what I did, what I got, and what I did with most of the things that I got. I did get a something else that's not in my Instagram picture. I got I'm sitting here looking at it. It's a black pumpkin, and it has like sequins on the top of it that are like sewn really close together, so they're kind of I don't know what you call it. They're kind of puckery. They you can move some of them around. Anyway, I got that because it's sparkly. And then I also got, if I can get to it, I brought this over here just for y'all. I also got a candle, shocker, and it is Lakeside Rain. Y'all, this smells so good. Like, it's like cool. It's crisp, but in a warm way. It smells really good, y'all. Pick that up. I think their candles were 40% off, so I got that. So, but that's all of the things. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's all of the things. So, I'm gonna go ahead real quick. Oh, I did get a few things. I had gone to Ollie's, right? I had gone to Ollie's, and I'm gonna be posting that, that haul here probably in the next couple of days. I'm still working on the editing. But I did go to Ollie's, and I found some highlighters. I found, and they're by Crayola. I found these erasable highlighters. So there's that one, and then the same thing in the yellow and green. And then they also had a 4-pack of glitter highlighters. So it'll be interesting to see what those look like. So, but I just got those at Ollie's. That was one of the many things that I got at Ollie's. We were supposed to be getting our new appliances, because I remember it was the 6th because it was Memorial Day. We actually went. We went to Home Depot and ordered a new washer and dryer and a fridge. So that was supposed to be coming this past weekend, but they called him and told them that it was going to be delayed until the 5th. Yeah, October 5th, which is a Tuesday. We were trying to get it delivered on a weekend, which is why we chose the 25th. But when they called and said it was going to be delayed, so it'll be here on a Tuesday, as long as they don't call and delay it again. So when those come in, hopefully they'll be here next time I do an update. I'll formally introduce you. I'm just really excited. I just really want them to hurry up and come. Especially the fridge. It's it's one of the French door kind of fridges, where the top part is the fridge. It has the 2 doors open up, and that's the fridge, and then it has a drawer on the bottom where the freezer is. But it's a deep drawer, which is one of the reasons why we liked it. Because Andy, he says a lot of times these, the ones that have the drawers on the bottom, they still don't have a lot of room. And we need some good room in the freezer area, because I like to keep a lot of frozen stuff in the freezer. And the side-by-side fridge that we have right now, the freezer part is so small. There's not much room at all in that freezer. And a lot of that room is being taken up by an ice maker that we don't even use. And even the fridge that we're going to be getting, we're not going to hook up the ice maker in it because we don't use it. So, and I believe the fridge that we're getting is a Samsung. And the washer and dryer that we've got coming are an LG pair. It's a matching pair. And I think those are LG, if I'm not mistaken. And we're getting the pedestals for the washer and the dryer. So, I'm excited to get our new appliances. That's just a little bit of personal, what we got going on personally. We're still kind of dealing with Abby not wanting to sleep through the night. She doesn't go down for the night until 11 or 12 o'clock, or even later sometimes. And then she wants to sleep until 9 or 10 the next day. So that might be it, but it's really hard to get our sleep schedule rearranged, especially when I'm not a morning person either. I keep telling myself you should start getting her up at a certain time every morning, and then that way her sleep schedule gets readjusted. I can't do that, y'all. I stay up late with her, and I want to sleep in too. So, and she's starting to go a little bit longer between naps. I think her minimum time now between naps is 2 hours, where before it was about 1.5 hours. But she's going minimum 2 hours. She can really stay up 3 hours or more between naps. Oh goodness, there's 2 daddy long legs on the outside of the window right here, just passing through. What are y'all doing? Whew, God. Watch my haul video when it comes out, and you'll understand. Even daddy long legs, I know they're harmless, but spiders. I don't know. I may be traumatized for a little bit from what happened in that video. So, that's all that I have to talk about. I will go ahead and quickly do my 3 things. It's my 3 pick one questions. Sorry, get my book here. And my pencil. So, I just keep dropping things, y'all. Okay. So if you're new here, I've gotten a few new subscribers. I want to say they're from Cheryl, but she did a diamond painting video, and she doesn't normally do diamond painting videos. And depending on how many people watched it, I don't know if anybody came over here from there. Because for some reason, she loves to mention my channel. Because she mentioned watching my long video when she was diamond painting. So if you're new here, what I do is I will pick 3 of these pick 1 questions out of this book. I got this from Target a while back. I'm sure you can find it online somewhere if you want. But what I do is I will just randomly turn to a page, and whatever question my eye lands on, that's the one I answer. This is completely random. Kazoo or clarinet? I would say clarinet because it's an actual instrument. Kazoos just sound silly. Let's see. Plain or peanut M&Ms? I like my peanut M&Ms. I can't eat them right now because teeth issues. But if choosing between one of those 2 things, I'm going to go with peanut M&Ms. And then let's go back this way. Tuna or egg salad? That's a tough one. I like tuna salad. If I'm in the mood for tuna salad. And I like egg salad. But if I was hungry and I was presented with just a tuna salad and just an egg salad, and going off the assumption that they were both well made and they weren't, like, the tuna hadn't gone bad, the eggs hadn't gone bad, probably go with egg salad. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I love my tuna because it has that, but it has that certain flavor, like you just have to, I have to feel like tuna, you know? So we're gonna go with egg salad. So, but that was quick and painless. That was probably one of the most quicker ones that I've done ever. So that was my 3 questions. And I just do that so y'all to get to know me a little bit better, just to kind of know how my brain works. So, but that's gonna do it for this video. I'm gonna work these last 4 days on Susanna Rambo and hopefully get some good progress on her. I'm probably gonna end up having to buy some new floss for her because I'm going through that floss pretty quick. So yeah. I'm trying to think. I feel like I always feel like there's something I'm missing that I always forget to show. I think that's gonna be it. So I will let y'all go and let y'all get back to your lives. And until I see you guys again next time, be good. Bye, guys.